Morning Drive, brought to you by Golf Pride.
A very good morning and welcome into Morning Drive on a Thursday. Anna Whiteley with you alongside Damon Hack, Paige McKenzie and Robert Damron. Well, just last night, Golf Digest released a report indicating that the Open at Royal St. George's was to be cancelled due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and they would continue with the planned rota with the Open at St. Andrews in 2021. However, new this morning, the R&A have released a statement saying, quote, "In light of recent media speculation, we would like to clarify the position regarding the 149th Open. We are continuing to work through our options for the Open this year, including postponement. Due to a range of external factors, the process is taking some time to resolve. We are well aware of the importance of being able to give clear guidance to fans, players, and everyone involved, and are working to resolve this as soon as we can. We will give a further update as soon as we are in position to do so, and thank everyone for their support and understanding in this challenging situation." So, Damon Hack, coming to you first, having read the report from Golf Digest, now hear this from the R&A. How does this change your perspective on what might be on the horizon for the R&A and the decisions that they'll be making?
Well, Anna, considering what's happening on the sports calendar around the Open, Wimbledon pushed to 2021, the Olympics in Tokyo pushed to 2021, I can only see an outcome that has the Open being pushed to 2021. Now, the question will be, is this a postponement and the Open will happen at St. George's in 2021, or will it be St. Andrews, which was originally scheduled for 2021 because of the cachet of St. Andrews, because of what it means from a soulful and spiritual standpoint to the game, compared to St. George's, was considered one of the weaker golf courses in the Open rota. I believe the ultimate decision will be made that it's a cancellation, and 2021, the Open will be hosted by the old course at St. Andrews.
It seems like there's a sense of inevitability with all of this, but Paige and Robert, it's one thing for us as media trying to speculate what the calendars are going to look like, but as players waking up and seeing reports of the Open being cancelled to then second guessing as to whether it will be cancelled, how does this interfere with your mindset in terms of setting goals and how to bring yourself up for what might be the end of the 2020 calendar, Robert?
Well, the players are speculating just as much as the media. They don't know much more than the rest of us, if any more. If I was a top player, let's say that I'm in the top 50 and I'm not worried about my position in the field or you know, my status as a PGA Tour player or a European Tour player, I'm going to shut it down as of this morning. I'm going to take this news, even though it's potentially canceled, maybe moved. I'm going to take it as everything's getting pushed back. I can't keep preparing for, let's say in my mind it's June 1st and then it doesn't happen. Then in my mind it's July 1st and then that doesn't happen. That starting and stopping, trying to get ready to restart, it's just going to be tough mentally. I think right now, if I'm Rory or if I'm Justin Thomas or someone like that, I probably think to myself, I'm going to get ready to start September 1st. And if it starts earlier, which hopefully it does, then I'm a little more rusty. But so what? I can work my way into the bigger tournaments, which maybe we're looking at October majors, maybe even a FedEx Cup near Christmas time if it works out that way. Paige, it's tough to tell right now.
It is. And I don't know if there's any experience that any of these players have had that can relate to it. The only thing I can think of is having an injury and mentally trying to prepare and trying to, get started again and then being pushed back. That's the only thing I can even consider to be close mentally to what these players are dealing with as far as trying to get ready. This constantly moving target of when this start date will be. And I think the difference between this being like a typical off season that's just longer and the situation that we're in is we've seen golf courses close. I talked to a player yesterday who's practicing indoors. I've seen players on social media practicing in their garage because the facilities aren't open in their respective areas. So it is completely different for these players as far as preparing to get ready to compete when that time does come.
Yeah, no doubt there's an element of frustration for all the players, and golf is a game of patience, and never has that been more relevant, Damon Hack. But when you think of the Open Championship and the most iconic sporting events on the planet, it certainly falls into that handful of events. Just describe the significance of the Open across the sporting world.
It's golf's oldest major. You have the Europeans growing up wanting to win it. South Africans grow up wanting to win it. We know what it meant to Ernie Els to win it twice. I think about the American involvement in the Open and Ben Hogan going overseas to compete and win, Arnold Palmer going over and elevating the status of what it means here. And of course, Jack Nicklaus winning 3 Opens, 2 of them at St. Andrews. Tiger, 3 Open titles, 2 of them at St. Andrews as well. And it's one of the real charms of the Open is that typically, Portrush being an exception, it doesn't sell out. You can turn up on the day of the championship, buy a ticket and walk around and enjoy golf's oldest major championship. Which is why I think, considering what's happening now with all the strife, to have it return to St. Andrews in 2021, I could see it be almost a healing kind of Open Championship.
Yeah, it's a great point, and no doubt we will hear from the R&A imminently with their final decision as to what will happen with the 2020 Open at Royal St. George's. Well, stay with us here on Morning Drive every day. You can catch us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and you can follow our YouTube channel at Golf Channel. And don't miss anything this evening by following Golf Central.